Hey, welcome to a video about chest openings, and the chest opening that I'm going to be talking about in this video is the Vienna system. So I'm going to be using my game as a model game to talk about the Vienna system a little bit. I'm really showing what happened in my game. It was a very quick game, and then I'm going to be talking about some other stuff that can happen in the Vienna system. So the Vienna starts with e4, and then they go e5, and then you play knight c3 here. And a lot of times knight will develop one of their knights, and if they develop this knight, then we can go into the Vienna Gambit, which I'll talk about later. So a lot of times they'll develop this knight, and then I'll follow up with my knight here, or with my bishop here, excuse me. And then they'll develop their bishop here, and then this is where they can run into some trouble. So I go queen out here, just attacking this weak pawn. A lot of times they'll push that. A lot of times they go into this queen move, which allows knight d5 here. And then they'll take here with check, which looks pretty scary because you have to put the king over. But a lot of times from this position, I mean, if you look at the engine, they only have one move that isn't just completely losing on the spot, and it's king f8. Kind of hard to spot if you don't really know what you're doing. And I'll quickly show how they can get into some trouble if they're not careful. So if they go king f8, and then I play knight here, and then they go like queen d4, I mean, I can go d3 defending the bishop, and then if they just play a simple move like a6, I mean, they're just losing their queen. So that's how you can win a queen pretty quickly in these kinds of lines. And a lot of times when black gets into this, they really don't know what they're doing, but you also have to kind of know what you're doing, or you can, without a king that can castle, it can get pretty dangerous quickly. So I'll go back to what happened in my game. And so in my game, they make this move, and then I decided to reposition the queen just to grant a simple mate. And I find that sometimes you just keep overwhelming people with threats. They're gonna just like not see them sometimes. And I guess this guy didn't really pay that much attention to my threat, and so he just blundered mate in six. And this is a 1750, losing in six moves. This doesn't happen all the time, but like you can get pretty quick ones like this. It's sort of a trappy opening. Black doesn't really know what they're doing. And if you're enjoying the video so far, if you could drop a like and please subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So now I'm going to quickly talk about the Vienna Gambit because it's a pretty fun line that you can get and you can lead to a lot of winning positions pretty early. So just e4, e5, knight c3, and then they go knight f6, and you can play f4 here, going for the Vienna Gambit, and sometimes they'll accept it, and then that's where the fun begins. And it already says it's an inaccuracy, and what you do is you push the pawn, and the knight doesn't really have any squares to go back to, so I mean it just returns home. Or a lot of times they'll get into like these queen lines where they try to like think they're smart and pin it to your king, and then you just unpin it. And then if they're not careful, I mean they're running into some nasty stuff here. So you just unpin it. And then, I mean, they gotta kind of drop the knight back, and then you can just take this big center here, and then you're already, up by two on the eval bar, and you haven't even taken a piece, and they're actually winning by a pawn, I guess. So it's interesting stuff, and it leads to some pretty fun games. So that's everything for this video. Thanks so much for watching.